Hello, everybody. It's Morgan J. Ingram. I'm back with this is Chronicle number 50, and there's been a lot of questions circulating around since I got promoted to Sales Development Manager. Is the SDR Chronicles going to continue? And the answer is yes. It's not stopping. I'm going to still talk about tactics I learned in my SDR role. I'm going to talk about new things that I'm learning in my manager role. And I'm just going to keep this as a journey. Really just documenting, from the beginning of, when I was an SDR, starting here at Terminus, and what I've really learned in tech, and the different things that I'm implementing in my life that have seen success. So I'm documenting this journey. It's still going to go, and we're still going to go forward. So without any further ado, I'm going to talk about the topic of today. The topic of today is short term versus long term. So this kind of goes into basically how I think and how I believe that everyone should be thinking about their role. Doesn't matter if you're an SDR, in leadership, or a CEO even. These are things you need to think about. So long term, short term. So majority of people think short term. So they're like, what do I need to do this week to be successful? What do I need to do today to hit my quota, right? So you're thinking short term. Okay, how do I get this today, right? How do I do this for this week? So those are short-term thoughts. So when you think short-term, you're only going to get short-term results. So you're only going to think about, all right, what do I need to do this week to get for this month? Or what do I need to get done today so I can get for tomorrow, right? That's a short-term thought. So how we all should be thinking is long-term thoughts. So I think in long term. So my whole thing is that, I wanted to become, and continuously become a person of inspiration, motivation, a person who can bring value on a daily basis. So that is my long-term striving goal. So if that's my long-term striving goal, there are things I have to learn in the process to get there, and that allows me to hit the certain accolades and accomplish that I've hit thus far. So thinking in a long-term result will make you work harder and make you do things daily that you should already be doing, but you're not thinking in the short term. Just as if you want to go from SDR to AE and you have that long-term vision, you're going to work harder every single day, knowing that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Knowing if you want to go into management, you have to do certain things every single day. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. But if you only do short-term, that's how you burn out, because you're only thinking in increments and you're not thinking big picture. So my biggest thing that I would tell you guys is think long-term. If you think long-term, you're going to see more success. You're going to see things come a little bit easier in your life, because you're going to actually have something organized and something that you're going after every single day, which I call the definite chief aim. And that's what you really have with the long term more than the short term. So in sales development, in this space, in your life, really think about, hey, long-term results is what I really want. So what do I need to do every single day to get there? So that's kind of like my advice, guys, is really something to think about on this 50th episode is, hey, let's think about long-term and short-term. And I promise you, if you think long-term, you're going to see more results coming in your life, especially in the SDR role, because you could definitely say, oh, wait, long-term, yep, I need to do X amount of calls every single day in order to get this number by this date, right? That gets you fired up every single day because you're shooting for something long-term, and there's more satisfaction when you hit it. When I got promoted, I was really excited because it was that long-term that I was thinking about, so that got me really fired up. So again, guys, the SDR Chronicles is not going away. Please feel free to reach out to me about any topics that you would like to see as I continue to build out the Chronicles and I continue to provide you guys value. Let me know if I can help you guys in any way. As I always say, guys, keep dialing, and I'll see you guys soon.